Hi there, I'm Elise Levine, and my new book is Big of You. Big of You is a collection of 9 stories about striving and ambition and the determination to seek fresher ways of inhabiting oneself. The characters include 2 young women who hitchhike around Europe carrying an explosive secret between them, a team in space left reeling after a colleague's unexpected death, a pair of fame-seeking brothers who take to the skies in an aerostat in 19th century Paris, and one very sassy, millennia-old being enthroned at a roadside attraction in the desert. The stories are at turns playful, blistering, and frank, examining people driven by ambition, yet contending with the hauntings of the past. I'm going to read briefly from the opening of the first story, which is called Arnhem. My husband leaves. I asked him to, or I didn't. I can't keep it straight. And I'm thinking 2 girls on a hill. Heidelberg or Conway in North Wales, where there's also a castle. 2 girls, telepathic as ants, making fast along a wet street. Oxford or Bruges. One girl's freezing in her white summer dress. The other girl's clad in army surplus pants and a baggy turtleneck sweater. Both of them 17, smug as cats, having blown off the archaeological dig on Guernsey, for which they'd secured positions 6 months earlier by mail. Mud labor, fuck that shit. On the appointed start date, they simply hadn't shown. Instead, they thumb around, do all the things. In a fancy cafe in Brussels, they order frites, which arrive on a silver platter, grease soaking into the paper doily. North of Lisbon, they sleep on a beach one night. They run out of money in Paris and panhandle. Not very well, but they get by. Who do they think they are? Who did I? I think we went to the zoo in Arnhem. I think we met a composer at some youth hostel who is from Arnhem. We met 2 young Italian men at a hostel in Mons. No one else was around, and they tried to kiss us near the bathrooms when we went to brush our teeth that night. One of the young men forced one of us against the wall of the repurposed army barracks and thrust his pelvis a few strokes, while the other man stood back with the other one of us and watched. One night in the hostel in Amsterdam, there was a phone call for one of us, and we both trundled barefoot down the stairs to the hostel office in our prim cotton nighties. Turns out one of our grandmothers was dying, the grandmother of the one of us who still had a grandmother. I was the friend. We were friends. I slept beside her in a room full of older women, all of us on cots 1/2 foot off the damp floor. This was Cambridge. Dew on the windows all night, late June. The women were real diggers, by day excavating a nearby pre-Roman site. The men diggers, including my friend's older brother, who we were visiting, slept in another large room down the hall. So much for the men. But the women, solid, practical, tough, intimidating to the extent that when I say I slept, the truth is I barely did. Cold, legs aching, bladder wretched, because I was too scared to get up, to be weak, to even think of it, be that person. Which one was I? Not the one in the summer dress, the one in the Shetland turtleneck. Thanks so much for listening.